Yes, people, welcome to this special edition of the Big Fights, a Big Nights Only show on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I will be joined by my American brother from across the pond, JK, very shortly. He will be jumping on. But yeah, this is a Big Fights, Big Nights Only special. But before I even get into all of that, if you are watching right now on the Twitter, make sure you hit the retweet button and the like button. You're watching via my Periscope now, so make sure you hit the retweet button, hit the like button, make sure you follow myself and follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitter. They're all tagged in the tweet. We are new on Twitch also, so if you're watching via Twitch, just type in Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Sarcasm City TV, on Twitch. And if you are watching on there, please make sure you follow us, share it, all that good stuff on Twitch. And equally important as well, if you're watching via the YouTube channel right now, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them numbers up. Please get the likes up. And make sure you share it across all the socials as well. When you click that share button, all them apps pop up. So you got Twitter that will pop up, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp statuses, Snapchat, anywhere you can share it to. Please do that. I see people in the comments already. I'll get to each and every one of you. And obviously, as you can see from the title, this is a special because normally Big Fights, Big Nights Only, we just do these shows. We do a preview and then a recap. We do a preview in a week. And then Saturday night, we'll do a recap of the fight. But so much has gone on with Anthony Joshua. So that's why I titled it Anthony Joshua versus Fury. Fury versus Wilder, AJ versus USYK, and it is a fan calling show also. So we will be opening up the lines very, very shortly. Big up NB as always, who's a member of the channel. He says hit the like button, get your homies to subscribe, share the video around, join the membership. It's totally worth it. I'm also a member. Big up to NB, one of the GOAT mods. The link is underneath in the description in the YouTube video, as well as the Twitch link is there, and the SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes as well. Big up Nippin in the cut who says hello. Big up to Nippin. Hasibe says, so Flawless, is this actually true? The fight is cancelled. We're going to get into all of that. Malcolm says, yo, what's going on, people? Big up to you. Hasib saying, hey, Pacquiao Spencer's just been announced. Is that official? Really? Is that officially been announced? Big fight if it has. We'll definitely be doing a preview, a recap, and a boxing watch along for that. Definitely. Malcolm says, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yes, make sure you do. You doing a solo, Flawless? No, I'm not doing a solo. No, I'm not doing a solo. JK will be joining, but I'm just trying to get these numbers up before we get into the show, before I give my thoughts on everything that's gone on in the heavyweight scene in the past 7 to 10 days. And yeah, and then I will open up the lines. Let's get giddy. As Malcolm says, big up to my guy Nuruddin every time. Get it. Big up Flawless says UI. Big up to you too, man. Big up, big up. So yeah, this is a boxing show, people. Boxing show. Big fights, big nights only. And as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking AJ Fury, Fury Wilder free, AJ Usyk. So boom. What it was supposed to be, for those that don't know, was the undisputed title fight, which was AJ versus Fury. Eddie Hearn was working hard behind the scenes. Bob Arum was talking about it. Frank Warren was talking about it. AJ was talking about it. Fury was talking about it. Fury actually announced it. Everybody was talking about it. It was massive. This was the fight everyone wanted to see. This is the biggest fight in the sport that everybody wanted to see, 100%. I was gassed for it. Everyone was gassed for it. We finally got a date, Saudi Arabia. It was supposed to be, I think it was August. So then, boom, it got announced. Eddie Hearn announced it. IFL TV, they announced it. Fury announced it on his Instagram. Like, big fight, everyone's gassed. I'm getting ready to do a show. Like, when this show was initially made, this one I'm currently on right now, me and JK were going to do a special on it, talking about it. We was going to do a preview and then a recap and a boxing watch along on the night. But this was supposed to be the special. And then news breaks. Yo, I was hoping it wasn't true. Arbitration. Fury has to fight Wilder a third time because Wilder's got a rematch clause. So I'm hoping this is not true. Hoping it wasn't true. I'm hoping that it's all lies, etc., etc. Turns out that it was true. You know what I'm saying? Turns out it was true. Yeah, it turns out that it was true. And Fury has now been ordered to fight Wilder a third time because he's owed a rematch. Then Eddie Hearn did an interview on the Matchroom Boxing YouTube, and he said that he was told by Fury and his team that it wouldn't be an issue. So they went ahead, they've got it done, and now it's popped up. So unfortunately, we are not getting AJ versus Fury next. It looks like we're getting Fury Wilder 3. And no one, will I watch Fury Wilder 3? Absolutely. Will I do a boxing watch along for it? Absolutely. Will I do a preview for it? Absolutely. Will I do a recap for it? Absolutely. Like 100% I will. But it's not the fight we want to see. I'm looking at it from all parties, even from the Wilder perspective. Supposedly they offered him step aside money. So if they offered him step aside money, why not take that 20 million or whatever it was he was offered and then put in a clause as well? Okay, I fight the winner. So they have their 2 bouts, then I fight the winner. So you've been paid 20 million step aside money. So that's 20 million in the bank for doing nothing. You can have a couple fights in between. You could fight, say, a Ruiz. There's a Dillian White. Ortiz free, even if you wanted to. Povetkin. There's options there for Wilder that are, if you wanted to go to a Ruiz, go to a Parker, a Chisora. Like, you have so many options there in the heavyweight division, or even get not a softer touch, but say like a B or C level fighter for Deontay Wilder. Get your step aside money, have 2 fights in between, and then you fight the winner. And not only would you fight the winner, you're fighting the winner who is the undisputed champion. So that's your chance to be number 1. Like, even if Wilder now beats Fury, it's like, all right, do we then get Fury Wilder 4? Because the first one was a draw, even though Fury won. Fury won the second one. So if Wilder wins the third one, then what is it? Is it kind of like, if Wilder beats him, do we get Wilder Fury 4? I don't understand why he's not taking a step aside money, had a couple fights in between, and then said, I'll fight the winner. Like, put that in the contracts as well. Like, I don't get that. Now you're just fighting for the WBC belt rather than the undisputed title match. Like, I don't get that. And why have you waited so long as well? I'm a big fan of Wilder, massive. Out of all the heavyweights, he's my favorite. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm saying he's my personal favorite to watch. So I don't understand that. To me, that makes no type of sense whatsoever. 20 million for the step aside money, 2 fights in between, and you can have semi-risk free fights. Obviously, there's no risk free at heavyweight, but you don't have to go in there with a White, fight a Ruiz, a Parker, someone you're a heavy favorite against, and you could get 2 of them. Then that's 3 paydays, and then you go into the undisputed title match as well against whether that was Joshua or Fury. So that's mad. On Fury's behalf, I think his team has just done him dirty. I will get to the comments, people. I think his team's just done him dirty. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, you expect your team to handle business, and they've not handled business. They've told you it's no issue, and it shouldn't have been an issue. But all of a sudden, you've announced the fight, and then Wilder's popped up, and now this arbitration's now an issue. So I don't even look at Tyson Fury. That's not on him. That's on his team and the squad around him. His management team didn't do what he was supposed to. Unless something comes out that was underhand or his team didn't know about, that's on them. They told, according to Eddie Hearn, he said Fury's team told him this won't be an issue. And that's why they went ahead. So all these months of negotiating, the months of everybody waiting, including myself, now the fight's off. So that's how I look at it. On Joshua's side, he's blameless here. That's not on him. And bear in mind, I think Fury beats AJ, but in terms of this actual fight, that's not on him whatsoever. He has done nothing to... Yeah, like, I feel for him in this situation because he's done nothing wrong here. He's done absolutely nothing wrong here whatsoever. Not a thing. And now he's been robbed of an undisputed title fight. And now he's maybe going to have to fight USYK. And that's why I mentioned this, because I think that throws a spanner in the works. Because unpopular opinion, yes, I'm going for the upset. If USYK Joshua happens, I'm picking USYK. I'm picking USYK. And the reason, before you lot get onto me in the comments, the reason why I'm saying that is because I think Usyk is good, and he's technically sound enough. He's a southpaw. I don't think Joshua's seen anything like him before. And yes, Usyk hasn't seen anything like Joshua before, especially in the heavyweight division. But I think Usyk's got skills. He's cold. Usyk got skills and that. He's got skills. It's mad. So, yeah, man, let me get to the comments anyway before you lot continue. Here we go. Where we at? Big up NM, who says, big up Flawless, Cam says, Fury being a bitch, AJ Cook Fury. Oh, in the Twitter exchange, he definitely got the better of that. Abdallah says, people smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get Flawless up to 100 likes for the stream. Big up. Much appreciated. Yeah, Flawless, when you get time, check your socials. Yeah, man, I will do. I'll check my socials 100%. I will do 100%. I don't know how many lawyers. I don't know how many lawyers missed the print on the contract. Yeah, man. That's why I said that's on Fury's team. That is on Fury's team, and that definitely. At this point, I take Wilder versus AJ. That's a fight about too. They're all. I just don't want to see Fury Wilder a third time. Whatever top five. So say you've got AJ, you've got Fury, you've got Wilder, Usyk, White. We'll give those five. I'll take any mix of those five fighting apart from Fury Wilder because we've seen it before. Let's get AJ Fury. Let's get AJ Wilder. Let's get AJ White the rematch. Let's get AJ Usyk. Let's get Fury White. Fury Usyk or Usyk White. Like there's so many great matchups between those five, but yet we're getting the one we've seen before. Flawless, the boxing guru has arrived. JK, big up, brother. Nah, man, JK's he's the boxing guru. Is JK? Zane already says, "Where's my team? Where's my team? AJ family at? Let's get ready to rumble." Don't know. Yeah, come saying Wilder versus Usyk. Yeah, that's a fight about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The thing is with Wilder, his punches are solid, but no defense whatsoever. Yeah, man, we know that. We know that, like 100%. He's still my favorite fighter to watch, though, but I know his deficiencies. Cam says, nah, Fury being a bitch. Wilder been calling him out since late 2020. Now Fury calling out the Paul brothers. He's being a bitch. Cam, you lead him with emotion there. Why would you be afraid of someone you beat twice? Come on, man, fam. I know you don't like Fury and that, but come on. He's not scared of Wilder. He beat him twice. You know what I'm saying? And that he has no interest in fighting him. And I understand why. I don't want to see it go for the undisputed match. You know what I'm saying? It's undisputed, it's legacy, it's more money, it's a bigger bout. Lion Sniper says, do you know boxing flawless? A little bit. You know what I'm saying? When JK arrives, he knows more than me and that. I know I'm not hardcore, but I'm not a casual in it. I'm like in the middle. But that's why the show's called Big Fights, Big Nights Only. That's why it's called this. Hey, you lot, man, get the likes up, man. The likes are way too low. Let's get the numbers up on this video. Let's do that. Yeah, you tripping in that. You know what? I'm putting a link in the YouTube chat so you lot can get. It is a fan calling show, so you lot can get your. Here we go. Drizzy says, "Big up for the super chat, Drizzy." He says, "Fury fans are so butthurt. Wilder wants his trilogy. Wilder versus Joshua is more interested in the Baldy. Fury versus Joshua. Fury is a scary cat." Big up for the super chat. I don't think he's definitely not scared. It's not like he backed out of the fight. That's on his team. He's not. He's definitely not scared. 100%. He's not scared in that. He's not. I think he's the best out of the three. I've said this. I think he beats AJ twice. He's beat Wilder twice. You know what I'm saying? He beat Wilder. That draw is a whole type of nonsense in that. But it is what it is. Is what I agree though. Wilder Joshua is the more interesting fight. I think it has more variables. Yes, I think it has more variables, 100%. Well, love for the super chat, Drizzy. That's appreciated. Yeah, his team fucked him up. It's not on Fury. It's not like he backed out of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm welcoming. This is the actual boxing guru on the show, innit? My American Donny. My like JK. What are you telling me, family? You good?
What's up, man?
Yeah. So we were just talking about. I was just going through it, talking about the whole Fury Joshua falling through, Fury Wilder free. AJ versus Usyk. Give me your thoughts on it.
I never believed Joshua and Fury was gonna fight.
You did say this, yes.
Yeah, that whole year, they kept Eddie Hearn and all them. 2 more weeks, 1 more week.
Yeah.
They kept saying this shit, and then like everybody just skipped over that Wilder had the arbitration going on. Like they just, and I think that was like unfair to the UK fans.
Yeah.
For Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Joshua, and Fury to just go over that. And shit, now we see, dude, Wilder just knocked all them out right now.
Yeah. Wilder did
all out without even getting in the ring.
You have spanner in the works and that. Like he really did. Man just ruined it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was talking about. Like I'm like, yo, he ruined it. Don't go with people as well. I will get to you lot I put the link out in the chat. I will get to you lot, but I'm just letting JK have his say in it. But yeah, go on, JK.
Crazy. It's like a lot of people are like blaming Wilder, but it's like
it's not Wilder's fault.
Yeah, and it's like they knew like he had that going on, and for like people saying like Stephen A. Smith's potato head ass, like, why don't you just, you know, the move is to let them fight. You step aside, but it's like, man, if you ain't played no sports or like anything, if you ain't competitive, like you're not gonna want to get no get back, man. If you're an athlete, dude, you always want to go and prove you're the best, dude. You don't want to. Why would he fight to get his fight and then step aside? I don't that don't make sense.
Yeah.
It
Here's the
probably
thing.
means more to him to get his get back than to let somebody else go get a bigger fight than him. And who's to say if Joshua and Fury fights, he gets that fight right away,
That's what he should have negotiated. That was my thing.
But another thing about that is, though, they already been out the ring a year. So if he waits for that fight to be done in August, they're not gonna fight until the end of the year, November, December. That'll be almost 2 years out of the ring. Yeah. And who's to say, like, why would he? I don't think he would take a tune-up. What's the it could be a chance he could get knocked out or lose or anything. So.
But that was the risk. That's what I was saying. I'm saying he should have taken the step. To me, he should have took the step aside money, but negotiated in the deal. I get the winner, and then he could have took a couple. He could have took 1 or 2 fights in between because he needs to build his confidence back up. To me, like you haven't won in your. This would be 2 fights now because you didn't beat Fury the first time. It was classed as a draw, and you didn't win the second time either. In that, you know what I'm saying? Go on, carry on, fam.
And the thing is too, though, like. It's crazy, like how the American fans are, dude. It's like when Joshua lost his belts, nobody had a problem with him going to get his rematch. You know what I'm saying, and getting belts because Ruiz and Wilder are the same side of the street. PBC, they could have fought for undisputed like that. But Joshua, went and got his get back. I don't know. It's kind of crazy how they treat Wilder, dude. Like this dude has 5th. He's I think he's 5th all time for title defenses. He has 10 as a heavyweight. But then it's they kind of baby Fury. This dude, I've never heard of a top fighter that got belts 2 times and don't have 1 title defense. Have you thought about that?
Nah,
he hasn't had 1 title defense, and everybody's just I can't believe what that dude says anymore, man. It's just you can't. He just has a track record of.
Yeah, it's not on him. It's definitely is not his fault. Let me get to let me bring on a couple of the man then before I get to the comments. Big up the big guy. Big up Cam in the cut. Just gonna get to the comments before I get to both you, man. Lion Sniper says, Flawless, I disagree. Tyson should have won the first fight when he sent man to heavens for 20 seconds. The thing is, that's not how boxing works. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get knocked down doesn't mean you automatically lose the fight. Everybody knows Fury won the first fight. It's not even debate. He won the first fight. And that. Go back and watch it. You know what I'm saying? The numbers back it up. The eye test back it up. He won the first fight. That's the fact that he called that a draw in that. 100%.
And look at this, though. Another thing. You know who's in a situation just like Wilder and Fury, but fans still want to see it?
Go on.
Triple G and Canelo. 0-1-1, but those fans are still calling for that. There's no problem with that. But that's what I'm saying is how they treat the American champs is just it's crazy. It's I don't know.
Can I just say one quick thing here? Because I'm literally outside. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say why on earth Wilder want to get a 3rd rematch against what? Against is it AJ or Tyson though?
It's Fury. It's Fury.
Yeah. Why on earth you want to do that? And the fact that I think it was really confirmed by Eddie Hearn. He said this year we want to push that Joshua v Fury fight. I still don't understand that. If you want to do that, I might as well do it next year.
Here's the thing. I think the difference is with the if Fury had to beat Wilder.
You man are forgetting,
Cam, one sec. Let me go on. I'm gonna let you go in that. If Fury had to beat the second time when he beat Wilder, if Wilder immediately afterwards was I want my rematch, everyone would have been cool. But it's the fact he went quiet. He didn't say anything. That battle was what? One sec, Cam. One sec, Cam. It was like over a year ago. It's the fact that he didn't say anything. Like as soon as you mentioned it there, JK, about AJ losing to Ruiz, as soon as he lost, man's talking about rematch. When White lost to Povetkin, he's talking about rematch and that. And I think that's where it comes from. And like it's the fact that we'd all kind of forgotten about it, and then we was gassed about. And it isn't just because it's AJ Fury. We're just gassed about undisputed belt. I mean, the undisputed match. That's what it is. The fact is, an undisputed bout makes that cold because they're so rare. Flawless, where would the fight be taking place? You think Saudi Arabia or somewhere else? It would have been in Saudi. It would have been in Saudi. Go on, Cam.
On my guess, it could have been Saudi, but since
it would have been in Saudi because that's where the money is.
Yeah, no, as I was saying, yeah, you need to take in consideration, yeah. Obviously, last year he was calling for Tyson Fury, innit? He was basically saying, I had to remind myself of the things he was saying, innit? He was basically saying, bro, think about it. When you came back, I gave you that shot. Even though you weren't fully fit, you asked me, I was a man, I gave you the shot. Yeah, it was a draw. Yeah, you asked for a rematch. I said, cool, I'll do the rematch for you. Yeah. Lost. Yeah, in the contract was a rematch clause, innit? Yeah. I get your point in he didn't make noise. Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is if Tyson Fury already knew in that contract there was another rematch, yeah, why wouldn't he want to get that out of the way as quick as possible? Because that's the thing is, I get what you're saying with why did he put in a contract? No. Remember when that fight happened, bro? That was over a year and a half ago, fam.
Yeah. That's when not that fight happened.
So no one knew. No one would have known. No one would have known by this point right now. It would have been a Fury AJ undisputed fight.
And Wilder did.
Well, can I say a quick one thing before I leave here? Just one thing about the fight, yeah. I just think again, if you look at the contract clause in the Fury versus Wilder situation, yeah, in the contract, I think it stated like, I think Wilder deserves a third rematch against Fury, and that's, and also that if he wants to push that third rematch, yeah, if he wants to activate that clause, he might as well wait till next year, just let after Fury and AJ go ahead against each other. And at the time, it isn't that right for me, man. But yeah, that's my opinion. But anywhere I'll go. But
yeah, man, big up, big guy, man. Every time, man. You already know, man.
Put it this way, yeah. My man's so focused, yeah. He was so focused on getting this AJ fight. It's finally announced. Now there's this thing with Wilder. Instead of him focusing on bloody AJ or Wilder, he's more focused on the bloody Paul brothers. This guy, yeah, is being a bitch, bro.
Yo, fam, do you see that? You see that? That's just stunts, fam. These men are just stunts.
Listen, if you're a serious boxer, yeah, why you personally, yeah, going out for Paul brother? You should be focusing on
because he's
Wilder
Tyson
or
Fury,
AJ.
fam. He does this. He was in wrestling. Fam, he was in wrestling in between
fights. You say you're a Wilder fan, but you're a Fury fan, bro.
He is. I'm a fan of them both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but Wilder's my favorite.
AJ is knocking him out. AJ is knocking him out.
Really not though. You know what I'm saying? That this is the same guy who lost to Ruiz. JK, let me just bring on.
Yeah, no.
Hold up, Cam. One sec. Hold up. Yo, welcome Abdallah to the show. What you saying on it? Nah, JK, get your point off first, and then we'll go to Abdallah. Go on.
For the second fight, it was known it was going to be a trilogy, no matter if Wilder won or not.
Okay.
So they should have known not to do that. I just don't get how people can like be even mad at Wilder right now for trying to go get something that's his. That's something that's owed to him. I don't get how people can be mad at that and tell him to step aside. Like
I'm not mad at it. I'm just mad from not mad. That's the wrong word. I'm just disappointed from a fan perspective, from a boxing and business perspective. I understand.
Mad at, this is supposed to be the biggest UK fight, right?
Yeah.
History of boxing. You guys got cheated. They were about to have this fight in Saudi Arabia instead of the UK, and it's supposed to be the biggest fight in the UK. Like
they went where the money is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? We ain't shocked by this. It's where the money is. Come on, JK. It's me and you, yeah.
You know what it is, yeah. I always thought the second fight would have been.
One sec, hold up. It's me and you, JK. I'm American. We're the two biggest American fighters, undisputed. I don't know, you're a bit bigger than me. Let's say middleweight fight, between me and you. I'm never a middleweight, but we move. Middleweight fight between me and you, undisputed, and they're like, right, you can get 50 million for it for being in America or 100 million for it being in Saudi Arabia. We're going to Saudi Arabia.
No, I'm saying, like, why wouldn't that be in the UK? How wasn't
I would
They
have
can't
thought the
guarantee.
second
Wait, hold
fight
up,
would have
Cam.
been
They
in the
can't. They
UK.
can't guarantee crowds. They can't guarantee crowds here. They can't guarantee crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's why I always think the second fight was always going to be set up for here in 2022.
Well, yo, let Abdallah go in it. Let Abdallah go, and then we'll go to you. Come, go on, Abdallah. Give us your thoughts on AJ Fury and this whole mess. Go on.
Bro, if it's a joke, first off, big up to my brother Cam in the car. You already know this. And
Bye guy.
You know, it is flawless. You see, with the whole AJ Fury thing, I've been saying it for a while, and obviously, you see with Joshua, he's never really been about trying to go for the glory or trying to be the big man. It's always been about the dough. You saw it with Wilder. You saw it. Remember when Dillian Whyte basically said, "Come outside, well, let's go sort out some fight," and it's just like, no, there's two people in front of you. Trust me, it's all PR. Like, the whole thing's a lot of BS. And then the Twitter war with Joshua and AJ's also been BS. And yeah, you said it yourself. Why would they sort out the biggest fight in UK history in the UK if they know they can't guarantee viewers? Whereas in Saudi Arabia, you know there's going to be the big bucks, the oil money. You already know what them man are on. So yeah, it's an effort, to be honest. And trust, I've said it for a while. If Joshua and Fury had a fight, if it's a boxing match, Fury cleans up easy. If it's all out, if it's like a fight, then I reckon Joshua wins it still. But
okay,
I don't know. It's been a bit dead, to be honest. Hopefully it's just the way shit is. But that's the problem.
Yeah, man. I hear the disappointment in your voice and that. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I was saying that about it. Like, from Wilder, from a boxing and business standpoint, fully understand it. You want your belt back, get your rematch. I'm saying from a fan perspective, I don't care who the two top heavyweights are. I just want to see an undisputed title fight. This is rare. You don't get these often. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see it because I'm sick of having, as much as these shows and having conversations about who's the best, I want to find out. We could argue from here till next year, but if they don't fight, we'll never know. I'm tired, not tired of the debate, but I want to answer to the question because I believe Fury beats him. But we will never know until they get in the ring.
I believe AJ knocks him, man.
Yeah, you're an AJ fanboy. I know, fam. Go on, Abdallah. Carry on.
He's so
I know, man. You got nothing to back that up, but we move. Go on, Abdallah.
I've got more to back it up than Fury, bro.
Okay, sure, innit? We're gonna do that. We'll get into that. Go on, Abdallah. Let him get me. I'm gonna let Cam get his argument together on that because he's struggling over there. Go on.
If you really think that
Who's struggling, bro? Who's struggling, fam?
You fam, but we're gonna get to that. Let Abdallah finish, innit?
I've got a whole CV for AJ.
No, let Abdallah finish, and then me and you will break it down. Let Abdallah finish, innit?
All right, so we got flaws, but yeah. So if you deep it, I reckon that if AJ loses this, and because they're probably gonna, you see what it is with. I always knew though, like my guy Carl said, there was always gonna be 3 fights between Fury and Wilder. So I personally reckon, regardless of who wins it, I think Fury's gonna fight Joshua, either for the 3 belts or either to unify the whole division. And then I reckon if Joshua ends up losing, someone who really, really, really deserves a shot at the title, or even at Joshua, so to say, Dillian Whyte. He's been brocking up everyone in the heavyweight division for time now. You see what he did to, what's his name, to Povetkin a few weeks ago. Man put him in a spliff. Trust me, if there's anyone who deserves a fight apart from these 2 clowns arguing on Twitter, it's Dillian Whyte. He's the only one who's fighting like a boxer. He's the only one doing his thing. He's training properly. He's gone for all the provisional fights. He's beaten everyone you could ask for. So why is he not in the conversation? It's an effort.
No, I hear that.
This guy should have fought.
Hold up, fam. I got one more question to ask him. Do you think White beats them both?
Do you want to be honest? No. I just think like the whole concept of opportunity. That's why I wanted White against Joshua. But you know, Joshua's a pussy, so we'll never fight him. So you think if they fought again, Joshua would beat White, and you think Fury beats White as well? I'm just asking to gauge it. That's all. Fury beats White. Yeah. White beats Joshua. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
But Joshua already beat White.
Interesting.
But Joshua was dead.
But you got out of this?
Go on, JK.
What Wilder done, we're going to get to see USYK with a top heavyweight.
I love that. That is the,
So we're gonna
that's
get
the
to
gold
see.
lining for that. That's the gold
No,
lining.
they ordered it, right? They ordered Usyk versus.
Have you ordered it?
They ordered Usyk versus Joshua.
I love that.
Because they were like, okay, since all that Joshua and Fury bullshit was going on, I think they were gonna have Usyk and somebody else, but since the arbitration, they ordered Usyk versus Joshua. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think we're gonna end
Yeah, I
up.
think even Eddie Hearn said something about Usyk at the start of the week as well. He's like, brother, if Fury's team don't get together, Usyk's team might be getting a call from us.
Yeah, he did. But Abdallah, anything you want to add before we let you go in that? Bless for calling in as well. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, pick up, bro. One question.
Yeah, go on.
Over the last 10 years, who do you reckon's been the best pound for pound boxer? I'll tell you who it is for me. Lomachenko, by far.
Last 10 years. When did Mayweather retire?
All right, leave out Mayweather.
When did he retire?
Then you gotta say Andre Ward.
Yeah, Andre Ward. Yeah. I'm saying
David
Andre Ward. Yeah, he retired over 10 years ago. You're a joker. I'm saying, yeah, Andre
No,
Ward.
he didn't.
Well, it was over 10. Wasn't it over 10 years ago?
No.
When did he retire?
Over the last 10 years.
Retire over 10 years.
Over the last 10 years.
Man, this guy last fought in like 2016, bro.
Yeah, and did he not lose his last two fights?
So,
and you've got him pound for pound king, and you wonder why I'm
my guy, fam. I love him, fam. He was the best at shit talking, fam.
This guy, man, isn't it? You're a joker, but yo, Abdallah.
Best at shit talking, worst at excuses, bro.
Abdallah, big up for joining, yeah? Big up for joining.
Big up yourself,
yeah,
Abdallah, man.
Respect, man. Yo, the link is in the chat as well. We all get to some more of the comments as well. I didn't expect this to blow up like it was. I thought this was going to be a short show and that. You know what I'm saying? Drizzy Des here is saying, F the UK fans. No one wants to watch the Fury Joshua fight. You will definitely watch it, Drizzy Des. That's why you're in the comments of us talking about it. If you were here to talk about it, you'll definitely watch it and that. 100%. Who's not going to watch it? And it's not a UK versus US thing because I think Wilder beats Joshua. I'm not biased to JK knows me long enough. I'm not biased towards the Brits. You know what I'm saying? And that. Majority of my favorite fighters are American. They have more sauce than our guys still. Big up Dupe, who says big up.
I'm telling you, Joshua's the best.
It will be interesting. Yeah, we're going to get onto that. It'll be interesting because Wilder is a fighter, but Fury is a boxer. And this will be Wilder's first fight without Mark Breland and Jay Diaz, I believe. Okay, Raphael G saying, hopefully AJ smokes Fury. Drizzy Des says, nah, it's not his team's fault. I blame Fury. How do you see? You just don't like Fury. It's not his fault.
Yeah,
he has a team to do that. That's on his team.
The only thing you can blame Fury about is like, okay, say like when Mayweather fights, he's going to announce it. It's never like no bullshit, no what ifs or anything like that.
Yeah,
but when you got and AJ stayed quiet too. Like with Fury, he would always get on camera, say some shit, and then a day before the arbitration, I just got off the phone with this. That's why fans are mad at him right now. You got to be mad at.
You know what it is, yeah. I can see
promoters for going ahead and acting like the arbitration wasn't there.
Yeah,
you got the promoters.
You know what I can see.
I blame his team.
You know what I can see. This Fury AJ being the next Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, 5 years too late, sort of thing, bro.
Sorry,
I can see it, bro.
Speaking of Pacquiao, Spence and Pacquiao just got announced for August.
Oh, geez, we're gonna have to do a show on that. Yeah.
Pacquiao was my guy, bruv.
Yeah. See, and Zayn here saying, listen, Fury hiding from AJ, so took the fight with Wilder. If there's an arbitration, he has no choice or drop the belt and that. That's why I'm saying I blame his team. His team's done terrible business.
I blame him as well, fam.
If he knew you don't like him, how's that his fault?
I do like him. This is where you're wrong. I do like him.
Okay, so explain to me how that's his fault then.
Because he would have known about it.
No, but his team
would have known. Yeah, his team knows about it. So if his team knows about it, he would have known about it.
He's not.
What kind of team doesn't tell you about the arbitration, fam?
A bad team, fam, because clearly they didn't.
But his team are on him, bruv. His team are better on him, fam.
No. That's not an excuse. His team didn't tell him about this. His team said it was no problem. His team got this wrong. That's not on him.
But Fury would have known about this last year, fam.
But if his team tell him it's not an issue, he's gonna believe them, innit? Because that's his gang.
Get a juice for him.
If I'm representing you and I tell you something's not a problem, and then it comes out to be a problem, that's not your fault. That's on me.
Your water.
That's not on him. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, if it was, that's not his fault. He's not negotiating.
On him is for, you know, whatever they signed or agreed to. You can put that on him also, but then again, like, it's your promoters at the end of the day. They get the Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, all of them. It's them. Like, they
keep the show going. 1 sec.
They all went past this like it was nothing.
Ah, 100%. 100%. That's how I look at it. There do we go. Drizzy Dead says, why are all Fury fans talking rubbish like Fury is the best boxer? Please, he's average. So how come he's the only one that's undefeated then? How come he's the only one that's undefeated? If he's average and these men are so much better than him. Everyone else took it out. Let Fury had lost to Ruiz in the fashion Joshua did. We're not having this conversation.
Do you know what's so funny?
Yeah, go on. You keep
going.
I'm
defending AJ on this year. But you know, Ruiz, even though it was a good bang, I can't even lie, it was a fucking good one, yeah. Man hit him on the temple, bro. If someone hitting you on the temple, fam, you're gonna be fucked up for the rest of your for that rest of the night, day, whatever, fam. But I'm not taking away the fact that it wasn't a good shot. It was a good shot. But even Ruiz, like, obviously he didn't aim for the temple. It was just one of them shots where
it was the equilibrium shot. That's why AJ couldn't recover. The same thing with Wilder. It was just the equilibrium. They got hit with the perfect shot and they just couldn't recover. Same way.
I'll just laugh if AJ knocks out Fury, bro. That's just the funniest thing in my life, fam. Because AJ is a better, but do you know what it is yet? Wilder has been putting out these training videos, innit? Yeah, he's changed his trainer, innit? But
yeah, man.
I don't know, man. This is
but at least we're gonna get a heavyweight fight very soon.
Yeah, 100%. Yo, Cam, are you good to hold down the show without me? Because I got a dip shortly, innit?
Yeah, it's like
me.
We're gonna get.
Well, I'm on my phone, bro. I'm through.
No stress. Go on, JK. Say what you're saying.
Heavyweight fight in July, and then Usyk. We're gonna get to see Usyk versus a top heavyweight to see if he belongs.
Let's go there. Let's go there before we close out. We are gonna have to do one of these again as well, people, because I did not expect it to blow up in the fashion that it did in it. I thought, me and JK just gonna do a quick show on it. It'll be calm. I didn't expect Cam to jump on and all the comments and all types of stuff like that in it. But we're gonna get to it. But all right, before we close out, we'll start there. JK, give us your thoughts on you spoke on it there, AJ Usyk and all the variables with that.
I just think since we're gonna get Wilder Fury, I think the fight is gonna be it's gonna be different from the second one. Wilder quiet this whole time. It looked like the way he's been training, new trainer, looked like he's changed some things up. So he looked like he put his pride aside and changed some things up. So maybe we're gonna get a different fight.
Yeah, man. Maybe. Yo, Cam, what are you saying about that potential fight happening? What's your thoughts on it?
What, the Wilder Fury?
No. AJ Usyk.
Oh,
AJ Usyk. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. I've got a funny feeling it's gonna go 12 rounds, and it'll be AJ. They'll give it to AJ on points.
Okay, so you got AJ on points. All right.
Because I don't know. I feel like AJ's gonna be a bit like wary of Usyk on this one, so he's gonna play it how he played it with Ruiz in the second fight. You know how he was just outside all the time, fam. People was like, "Why are you scared?" He's like, "Bro, if that's how you have to beat a man, that's how you have to beat a man, fam." That's you know what I'm saying, fam. If you go in the first fight and you got knocked out, bro. Why are you gonna go in the second fight do the exact same thing? You're not gonna do that, bro.
I hear you, fam.
Distance, I think Usyk can take it.
No. Do you know what? I'm not good. Do you know what? I feel like Usyk could take it.
Was the Klitschko fight, and he was dead fucking tired. He got taken to deep waters and was tired as fuck. All them damn muscles.
But he had a second burst about him, bro. I can't even lie, fam. He had some second wind.
I ain't gonna lie. I got an upset in it. I got Usyk if it happens. I ain't gonna lie. I got
Yeah,
Usyk.
you're just not an AJ fan. You got an AJ agenda for some
Why
reason.
is it? Don't start that just because I don't rate him like that. I just don't rate
Nah, I
him as
just feel
highly
like
as
you got
that.
an AJ. I just
I
not.
don't
This
rate
is the
him.
first time me listen. This is the first time me hearing about this. So, and I've just
Why?
made my mind up. You got an AJ
Okay,
offender.
okay. Let me ask you this
Offender
question.
agenda.
Hold up.
Man said
Okay,
offender.
yeah, serious. Look at you talking absolute ish. All right, you telling me Usyk is Usyk better than Ruiz?
Oh yeah.
And Ruiz washed him. Is Fury better than Ruiz?
Oh yeah, of course. But why did I even think about that?
Yeah, seriously. See, you got Fury agenda, and is Wilder better than Ruiz?
I don't know. Who knows?
All right, whatever, man. Okay.
No,
All
no.
right,
Do you know what? No, bro. But it's not even like that, bro. I swear down. What if? So what happens if Wilder fights Ruiz? Yeah,
he knocks him out.
and Ruiz, bro. This is the thing about Wilder. Yeah, this was one thing I clocked about Wilder, innit? Bro, this guy had one thing about him, and that was it, bro. His boxing technique was so dead. Was so dead, bro. But if he caught you with that bang, it's night-night. It's night-night.
Super chat and that, yo. Let me come to the motherland, man. Drizzy does a thought we peoples, man. I'm just not a fan in it. That's what it is. Go on, JK.
You can't just not have some kind of boxing skill to set that punch up.
Oh no, I'm not saying his boxing skill was totally dead, but if you're comparing him to like the rest of the heavyweights,
no, he's not the best boxer, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
I reckon maybe Ruiz beats him, bro, if he doesn't get hit with that right. If he doesn't get hit with that right, I'm saying Ruiz beats him.
Do you think? But you know what? You could insert a name here and pick anybody. I think you could come if you don't get hit with that right. I think that goes for everybody. Everyone he's fought, if they don't get hit with that right, beats him because that's all he has. It's one trick, but it's a fantastic trick. It's a phenomenal trick, and that's what I always say about him. Every fight he's been in, he's probably been losing. Any fight that's gone over 5-6 rounds, Ortiz beating him both times. Speaker was beating him. Yeah, me.
Say this.
Right, go on.
His punches is better than everybody. Then he knows how to set up his punch, and he has better timing than everybody. Because how does he get that shot off if they know that's all he has? That means you have to have some kind of skill and timing to get that down. And I guess he has it down better than anybody.
No, he does. That's what it is. It is. Yo, love to Drizzy does for the super chat as well.
I agree. I
appreciate it, man.
I feel like AJ beats Wilder. If AJ gets hit with that right, bruv, AJ's jaw is glass. It's glass, fam. That's AJ's biggest flaw, fam. He's got a glass jaw, fam.
I won't go that far. I think that's half. I think he has a better chin than that. I don't think it's glass.
Everybody,
bro, he's got a weak chin, fam.
Man, it's not glass, man.
AJ's chin is weak, fam.
He's not. Hey, Drizzy does. Did you hear this? You better ban him from the cookout. You know what I'm saying? And that. He says, one second, let me get to the super chat before we dip out. Cam, we're gonna have you back on. Same with you, JK, and we'll talk. I did not expect this to blow up like it was, in it. I swear down. I thought this was gonna be a short show. Blah blah blah. It's flawless. You're not invited to Nigeria anymore. The disrespect is too much. Drizzy does. It's not disrespect. I just don't rate him like that. Love the Nigerians though. Innit? Big up the Nigerian massive.
You know what's so flawless? Before you close out the show, before this whole thing blew up, innit? Literally up till last week, I always had it in my mind. Cool, I'm an AJ fan, but the one fight I want to see him against one of the top heavyweights. After that Ruiz one, I was like, I'm still an AJ fan, but he obviously he's not this superstar that everyone makes it. Because I always had him. He's not a superstar. He's not this great boxer. He's not like the Muhammad Ali of our era. It's not that. You know what I'm saying, fam?
Okay, I hear you.
I've always wanted to. I said it from after Parker. I said I want to see AJ either fight Wilder or Fury. And whenever the AJ Parker fight was, I don't know how long ago that fight was, but that's when I was like, bruv, that hasn't shown me enough. That hasn't shown me enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see more. Do you know what I mean? So I've always had it up till last week. And then this week happened, didn't it? Now I'm like, bro, I hope AJ knocks these motherfuckers out, bro.
I want to see it. I'm with you on that. Like, I want to see him against those two because they have more variables. But we'll get to that. Andrew Lane says, enjoy JK's perspective. That's why he's here. I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And that. So that's why I brought in someone who's knowledgeable about the sport. So then I can just ask him the tough questions and he can give you the proper analysis. Yo, JK, anything you want to add before we bounce, though?
Nah, nothing.
You good, yeah? All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna don't worry, people. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to do this show all over again. We're gonna get back to this and like in depth. We'll do an hour and a half on or something like that. Yo,
Well,
Cam,
we
anything
got
you
a
want to
cou-
add
we
before we
got
bounce?
I was gonna say we got a couple months yet, but yeah, no,
Yeah,
bruv.
yeah.
You know what? Yeah, if
Yeah,
Wilder Fury happens, I just want Wilder to knock him out now, bro.
fair
Fury's
enough.
getting on my nerves on it. He's just getting on my nerves on the internet now, bruv.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Nims, no, there isn't a Q&A tonight. Sunday. The Q&A will be back on Sunday. BJ Best is Yo Flawless. Didn't know you spit. You are 1 MC. Big up. Yeah, man. Music coming soon, innit? Don't worry. This year. At some point. I don't know when. But love, I don't know why my old music videos and freestyle videos is circulating again, innit? But big up to you lot.
Someone's leaking them flawless.
Yeah, serious. I think it's in the algorithm of YouTube. But yo, big up to everyone who is locked in. If you're watching on the YouTube or you're watching this back, hit the like button. Make sure you share it. Subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell when you do. Road to 3K, so please make sure you do that. If you're on Twitch as well, follow us on Twitch. We're new over there, Sarcasm City TV. Much appreciated. Make sure you follow JK across all his socials. Follow Cam across all his socials. And we're going to address this again, don't worry. And we're back tomorrow. The Sarcasm City podcast talking about this very thing, but more so AJ and Fury on the Twitter disses and that. So that'll be back. Yeah. But check out the upcoming live stream.
If you haven't got a pack, get me involved in
I get you one, man. No worries. JK can jump on it as well if he wants, not a problem. But this has been the Big Fights, Big Nights Only special on Sarcasm City TV.